Okay, so we're gonna look at Ghostwire Tokyo today. Um, this is actually a game that I've finished before. I played through it all the way on PS5, and I really enjoyed it there. I think there have been some updates to it, and I said I just check it out on PC, see if there's any noticeable differences. But I think I'm just gonna go through the first part of this, and I imagine the PC controls aren't going to be too crazy. It is, after all, just a first-person shooter, uh, just with magic essentially. So I don't think the okay. There we go. We got some extra stuff. Mosh mosh. Hi. Ah, solid desu. Alright, Is this just me? Is it running a bit choppy? I might have to look at the settings once you actually get into the game. Oh, they got bowling here? I kinda wanna go bowling. Do I? I'm gonna turn down the audio just a little bit. I think it might get in the way. One thing that people said about this game is like you can customize your character's clothes, but it's a first-person game, so you'll never see them. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I understand why you're saying that, but why not? Why not just add another level of customization? You know it's there, and every time you go into the menu, you see it. So, I'm not against adding customization to first-person games. I don't think it's as important as in a third-person game, but I still think it's cool. You wear different clothes every day. You live life in first person. What are you doing? But yeah, that's just my opinion. I say, like, why not? If the option is to either add it or not add it, why not add it? I guess the argument could be that, oh, but they could have spent the time doing something else. Probably not. Realistically, in development, probably not. You assume that if you're not doing this, you're doing something else really useful. No. Could have been just one dude was like, I have nothing else to do, might as well add customization. So I don't really mind it at all. It's a bit. There's definitely a bit of something happening with the graphics. Gosh, I think this game looks so good. And the city is so like densely packed and everything. Oh, it's amazing. This is when I saw like the first screenshots of this game. I was like, I hope it's this kind of game. It's probably not, because usually you see screenshots for an upcoming game, and you're like, oh, this looks like it's gonna be this, and then it comes out and it's something that's close, but it's never the same as what you expected. This was pretty close to what I hoped, so I was really happy with it for that reason. Yeah, I think the more you get into, especially doing like the side content in this game, the more you see that the areas are kind of not necessarily copy pasted, but just you can see reused parts of the map over and over again. It's like, oh, okay, I can see how they made it so dense, and but again, I'd probably rather that than just having nothing. And yeah, when you're doing a density, you can get away with copy and paste stuff a lot more than if you were doing some sort of natural environment where the copy and pasting is just like, it always looks like laziness, whereas in an urban environment it looks like, oh, this city is just poorly designed. And not in terms of game design, but in terms of in-universe design, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's usually the reaction I get when I talk to people also. Nandatayo. Alright, this story, it was like, you know, it was fine. I don't think there are any like big twists. Well, no, you know what? I think towards the end there is like that one twist, if I remember correctly. I can't even remember the story. So I guess that goes to say how highly I thought of it. Still like it though, just not so much the. Again, I didn't dislike the story, but I just didn't think it was anything special. Yeah, the side stories and stuff like that tend to be a bit more interesting, because they actually talk a lot about the folklore and stuff. Oh, that ray trace reflections. If this game has ray trace, I'm going right in the options and turning it off immediately. I don't know if it's just for this cutscene, because I don't think this is. I think this is pre-rendered. Like, okay, this is in game now, and now let's see the reflections, and they still are. So there is ray trace. I think. Well, hold on. I'm assuming that this is in game now. Gosh, I don't know. Oh, it's the Scream Mask Man. It's Hanya Face Killer. Your Soul Redemption, your Red Dead Redemption. Would have been better if I didn't stumble over my words. He's taking the ectoplasm. The cutscene there on the billboard, or the video on the billboard of that guy in the mask, that looks like it's live action almost. I don't know. It could just be a very smooth animation. It's hard to say, because he didn't even do much, so it's hard to tell. Oh, look at the big dog. Can we get out from behind this car? Nah, we're gonna stay behind this car for a few minutes longer. Reach into your crossbody bag and see if there's anything useful in there. Something I have to do. I have to go to the hospital and kill this lady. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. That's a pretty good location for a first mission. Let's do that. That's an interesting question. Like, if something compelled your right hand to choke you, well, I guess your hands, like your arms, have different strengths, right? But I was just thinking, would you be able to pull it up? Because it is your own hand, right? And you only have the strength that's in it. You can't introduce any new strength that's dependent on your muscles and everything like that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if chapter 1 beginnings, a good place to start. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it would just depend on if you got lucky and he choked you with the left hand. You're good. It's the other way around. You might be in trouble. Okay, let's have a look at the graphics real quick. No, what? Full screen, and then let's go to 1080 VSync. Yes. I mean, I would absolutely play this in performance mode, but I think just for the sake of seeing how it looks, I'll suffer through quality mode. God forbid. Global illumination. I'll just turn off illumination. What is SSGI? I actually don't know. This is screen space. So I guess, are they both? What? I don't know. I don't know what this stands for. Like, I know these letters, but I don't know what it means. Okay, so we have ray tracing here. No, let's yeah, FSR. Why not? Okay, didn't immediately crash. Oh, reset the default, please. Oh, that looks dreadful. I think it's a motion blur or something that's really putting me off. And look at these enemies, they look so hideous with whatever graphical settings we have. Wait, I want to unleash an attack, wait! Hold middle mouse button. Okay. Yes, absolutely. No, I can't play like this. This is... So we didn't change this. So is it the FSR? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, that's better. I'm guessing it was just the motion blur. The FSR probably could have stayed on, but this is fine. Okay, yeah, this isn't ray traced. Ah, okay. Ah, right. It's just screen space reflections. I understand. Because it looks good, and I didn't see that it was on the screen. But you can see now the way we can see like a proper reflection of the signs. But when we look down on it, and like these signs aren't on the screen anymore, right? When they're not on the screen anymore, it doesn't know what to reflect. That's why it's called screen space reflections. So yeah, that's why it's just giving you kind of a blurry one. And obviously with ray tracing, it would still show you the correct reflection. That's, you know, I guess probably a lot of people already know screen space reflections, but just if you didn't. Wait, why is the water running behind the poster? This is a fake store. I will say, one thing that I remember is I've always loved cube maps. If you know me, you know about my love of cube maps. And this game does them probably the best I've seen any game use cube maps, because they get it. They don't just make every single interior a cube map. Like, these aren't cube maps, right? These are actual modeled interiors. But these up here are all cube maps. But then you look at something like this is the problem with cube maps, is corners. A lot of the time in games, if you have cube maps, if you look at a window on the corner and then the one that matches it directly here, they won't match up. In this game, they do. Or like pretty close. You can see like up there the lights in the top don't, like on the roof. But because it's two separate cube maps, right? So like matching them up is almost impossible. But if you're smart about it, you can almost get it to work. But most games just don't, and it looks awful. I'm sorry, I knocked something over. I made a mess. So yeah, that's just kind of my problem. I think these are cube maps. Yeah, these are absolutely cube maps. Yeah, these are cube maps. But yeah, this game uses cube maps well, right? They don't break the illusion. It just genuinely looks like they've modeled a lot of this stuff. If you're looking for it, you'll see the issues with it, but as I said, this is probably the game that I found that utilizes cube maps the best. I think the Insomniac Spider-Man games did a pretty good job with it as well, but like that version of New York City, I'm not gonna say it was more simple, but it was easier to get away with it. So I was more impressed in this game, where it would have been very easy to mess up the cube maps. Yeah, you just smack it, whatever it is. Okay. Pretty solid UI in this game as well. Yeah, I never really had an issue with the UI at all. It's not like groundbreaking or something. I think the game and the design of the game itself is a lot more interesting and a lot more of a step forward than, let's say, the UI. But again, the UI is not bad. What do we got? Zombomb. The Arden. And then a bunch of like energy drinks. And then there are juices down here. Yeah, watermelon. Grape. Pineapple. Precarious. Hey man, you go to the store, go down to the 7-Eleven there and grab me a red Precarious. You know, just the red Precarious. You can grab me the fake Pockies. Oh, they didn't take these out at the end of the day? Ah, these are gonna be... Look at that. Not even wrapping on the sandwiches. You gotta take these out of the fridge at the end of the day. Honestly. Like, the shelf life is max a day. You know? Store's closing, you're leaving, you know, you're going home. Take them out. Just take them out. You gotta put them in the bin. Like, even this probably shouldn't have the buns in here at the end of the day, you know? Probably should have been taken out, because that machine's not gonna stay on all night. They're gonna be cold in the morning. Probably bad. I'm sorry, I'm here to kill a lady, I forgot. Yeah, they'll never see me in my hidey hole. Is he talking to you through your hand? Like, is the sound coming from the hand? Because if it's not, you don't need to look at that. I mean, even if it is, you don't need to look at the hand. You should hold it up to your ear like a phone. Yeah, we'll see. Oh wait, I was supposed to crouch. Crouching makes you harder to hit. Swapping to your other weapon is faster than reloading. 102% power. Or 102% HP. Alright, gotta learn the spirit skills. Yep. 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 Yosh. Sensitivity is a bit high for me. But it's fine, it's playable. How many breathing sounds, like running sounds, do you think they have in the game? Oh yeah, this is the cool part. You can rip out their heart. Shift and F3. I don't have an F3. I have like a 80% keyboard. I don't have an F3. I'm sorry. But yeah, like I think it's always interesting to see how many different sounds they have, just for like the running and stuff like that. Oh wait, wrong thing. Like how many hit sounds they have as well. It's always an interesting one. Because it's so easy to like make it almost infinite. If you add like a random pitch change to the sound, it can sound like a completely different sound. So if you have like 6 sounds and you randomize the pitch, it will immediately sound like 106 different sounds. You know? Now, obviously randomizing the pitch, if you go too crazy with that, like it will sound like a different person's voice. But if you're, you know, if you know the limits, it will still sound like the same character, just in a slightly different situation. So, that's a little trick. Yeah, I think this is like the only really, well, no, actually, even after this. But let's say the first chapter of this game is the only real linear part of it. And then after this, it gets pretty open, and that's when you can do all the sort of side content and stuff that I spent most of my time doing in this game. I don't actually remember. I remember some of the story missions, but I remember more of like the side missions where you had to go into like a specific house and find something, chase down a specific, not specific, I used the wrong word. But you were chasing down like a unique enemy type. Stuff like that was always pretty interesting. The story missions, from what I remember, especially towards the end, are just boss battles. So it's kind of whatever. Which it's fine as long as there is side content. Alright, here we are. Use your stop. 417. Yep, that says Mari. She's in here watching Desperate Housewives, oblivious to what's going on outside. She's doing like the Vitruvian man pose. It's a terrible plan, whatever it is. It was like that's the end step of it. You're surprised to see a human? I don't understand. There's my buddy. Nescient fool? Nescient? Nescient? This guy also has a crossbody bag. Use your magic, dude. Victim. All these people got like the rejected masks. Because none of them are as good as the main guy. Like, look at that. That's a better mask. Not my crossbody bag. Don't you dare. Ripped it. Ripped my crossbody bag. Got that from Superdry. You know how much expensive that was? How much expensive that was? Yeah, whatever, take her. I'm more mad about my Superdry bag. Yeah, I don't really feel like it.
現世の時間で3秒、呼吸1回分で終わりだ。
嫌だ、まだ死ねない。
一つだけ方法がある。
Exit.
体をよこせ。
No, it's a terrible way out.
あんたを信じろってのか。
What choice have you got? Watch.
このままお前は死に、妹はあいつに蹂躙される。
Yeah, close enough.
それだけだ。
僕は消えるのか。
さあな。
Is he having brainwaves? What?
祈れ。
妹はマリー。僕は伊月明人だ。
I'm Akito Suzuki.
今さら自己紹介かよ。まあいい。
We're doing it about me.
KK だ。名前は捨てた。
KK マリオ頼む。
KKK. Yeah, check the bag, make sure it's okay. Well?
病室。
Yeah, that's where you get taken after you get hurt. How are you surprised? Oh, his crossbody bag is fine. Thank God. Ah, shame about your sister, or whoever she is.
俺には戸締まりしろってうるさいくせに。これだよ。
I mean, I think you don't need to worry about locking this if you live in the middle of the sea.
Mari!
You see, this is why this building is a structural danger. There's no emergency exits. I guess you can jump out the hole in the side, but it's a hospital.
おい、しっかりしてくれよ。
僕は消えなかったのか。
Yeah, you know what you can do? There's nobody in the hospital. Take some of this equipment. It's medical equipment. It is so expensive. You honestly, some of these like small, whatever ECG monitors, anything you can fit in your pockets, take it. Take it. Who's gonna stop you? You can sell it as a couple 100,000 yen right there.
約束はしていない。現に僕はここにいる。
Yeah, it's only chapter 1. What did you expect? Okay.
裏切ってない。
Look at that 1980s laptop. Take that. Even the wheelchair.
妹を連れて行ったやつの居場所を知りたい。
あいつは目的のために
September.
意識をやるはずだ。
じゃあそこに行けば。
IV, just take this. Drink the contents directly from the pouch.
返り討ちだ。焦るなよ。今度は俺の行きたい場所に行く。
Oh, we got an elevator. Hey, why didn't we just take this in the first place? How far do you think they modeled in each direction? The answer is not very, because you can see where it ends. Like you have this building, and I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Everything else is a 2D texture. So it's 2 buildings here, probably 2 buildings in this direction, and 2 buildings in this direction. But, I mean, the effect works. Can't complain. I got Music Visitor. I can rip that from the game files and put it right onto my iPod Touch. Hey, have you heard the new song? You heard Music Visitor from Ghostwire Tokyo? Let me put it on for you. That's it. I got 30-second ringtones on my Sega My V55 phone. So that's all I can do. I can infrared it to you if you want. Just hold your phone steady and don't move it. Okay, that bit went on too long. But what else am I supposed to say? And this is... Like when you're playing this game, pacing is totally fine. I never had an issue with it. But when you're trying to talk over it and say interesting stuff, pacing is very slow. You kind of just want to get into gameplay. I wasn't even in the fog. What happened? Yeah, I mean, that's maybe... Why is there a Crown Victoria in Tokyo? Like, the one thing that I maybe would have said, hey, we should add some sort of... Like, we don't even need environmental destruction, right? I don't expect to be able to destroy every car. But, like, have something where you shoot it, and, like, there is an effect when you hit it, but I want something to stay there to, like, let me know that I've hit it. It's like, have just, like, a glowing ball of green, just stay there for a few seconds and, like, fizzle out. Like, honestly, I think that would be just something to make it feel like you're interacting with the world. Okay, we'll take him out. Where's Oh wait, that didn't look like it did much damage. Anyway, the abilities do get... Oh crap. I forgot. I wasn't even keeping an eye on that. The abilities do get more interesting, but I think the problem is, and I think a lot of people did complain about this, there aren't that many abilities in this, which I was fine with. You know, like this isn't a 100+ hour RPG. You can make it last a long time, but it's not like a super long game, so I don't think it needs to. And I'd rather it did the abilities that it does have well, instead of just having a bunch of extra abilities. Yeah, I do wish maybe they had a couple extra, but I'm not too upset that you only had so many different ways to attack enemies. Oh, cool, I can get the little paper thing that I forget what it does. No, I can't. Oh yeah, these are just collectibles. Yeah, so what is this thing? It's like a power-up something? Katashiro. It's something you can use to upgrade your abilities, I think. But it's not XP. Or maybe use it to unlock new abilities. I don't know. Okay, I can't go here. Were you mad at the dog? Calm down. They trapped him in the cube, dude. Anybody else? Alright, good luck, God bless. Go on. Get out of here. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you gotta fill these with spirits. They got sucked off? Sucked in? Oh, you gotta go to the phone booth. Oh, I remember all this now. Okay, I got a video too. Yeah, that's very video gamey, huh? Just the way you collect that. I gotcha. Yeah, so you see how kind of these things are everywhere? Just in random corners and stuff. I collected all of them. All throughout the city. I literally went through and collected everything. Yeah, I 100%ed this thing. What a way to dial the phone. Oh man, another long cutscene, huh? Hello.
あいつ
Who?
余計なことを。私だけが彼らを救えると言ったはずだ。邪魔をするな。お前は誰も救えない。
邪魔するなだと。なら渋谷中の霊を集めて邪
Okay.
魔してや
Can
る
you
よ。
release me?
道案内
Yep, I did all 240,000 spirits. Okay. I think we're gonna get into another big story part.
エドって
So
人はどこかで生きてる
I
の
think this might actually be a good place to
ほとんどのことが想定外だ。
to end it,
どうなってるかわからん。
because you've kind of seen the idea of the game, and this is mostly it. You know, a little bit of exploration between the missions as well, especially once it opens up. Right now, you're still on a very linear path, but eventually it will open up a lot more.
これって何
今はいい。先を急げ。
But I do think, yeah, this is just playing through this game. It's definitely stands up to what I thought it was. You know, because sometimes you play a game a second time, you're like, ah, okay, I just really liked it the first time, but now it's whatever. No, I still like this. I still think it's fun. I definitely a bit more critical of it now, but I still think it's worth all the praise I gave it at the time. Oh no, wait, what? Yeah, so that's Ghostwire Tokyo. Maybe I'll play a bit more at some point, but
君な木だな
for now I think we'll meet the
何あ
little
れ猫
cat demon,
あれは妖怪だな。
and that's it.
人がいなくなったから出てきやがったのか。